Okay, so this is my daily log for trading, May 13th, 2021. All right, so I actually decided to trade real money today, and as you can see, down 226, um, but not down. I mean, down 226 for very good reasons. Um, Bad trading, really bad trading. So I'm going to go over all the trades that I took, um, or at least what I was doing. Not so much all the trades that I took, but how I traded and why, probably maybe why I took those trades and what I was thinking. Because as you look at it, you think there wasn't any reason to use on this. But I think the first thing that I did was I'm trying to see how to do this best. Um, okay, so anyway, I charted today, clear the whole lines, charted today. This is the ES, charted these supply areas, and this one as well. And also put in the trend line to kind of get a sense of what's going on. Started the morning when prices around this area. And let's see, maybe I can show my trades. Um, and I essentially just took some trades that were not to any particular plan. I took trades that were just really out of bad ideas and bad funnel. So let's. This is where I lost most of the money, and I made some of it back here, and then decided just today wasn't the day I wanted to trade. Um, Based on a plan that I actually traded this part pretty okay. I took two trades on this part, and then I realized that it wasn't the day I wanted to trade just because I'd already started losing money and it wasn't a great day. All right, so let's see if I can how I can do this in a way that will at least make some sense. So what I'm gonna do, actually I'll just pull this in and out. All right, so the first trade was I went long with four contracts. I wasn't really. It was just a click. I wasn't thinking when I went long. I went long at the high of this bar, I believe. This was 65, 465, 25, 460. Yeah, the close of this bar, I went long. And I wasn't very convinced with my long. Oh no, what have I just done? Interesting. All right. I wasn't very convinced with my long, but I did go long anyway, which was here. So yeah, the close of this bar. And then price went down, and I remember saying to myself, we have a really nice uptrend. We've come from a demand area. We're close to a supply area. Maybe this is pulling back because of that. There's a chance this could come down, and as a result, I was down about over $100 when I got out over here. And essentially, the problem there was I had not, well, I wasn't trading with a stop in any of these. My stop should have been here, but I was just jumping. And then when it came back, I was like, okay, fine, jumping before, and it went back down and up, and I jumped back out. Then switched positions, and in all this whole process of switching and gaining and switching again, I lost money. Then, oh, actually, this was a very interesting one. I shorted this area, which was this. And so I shorted this with four contracts, I believe, or two contracts. I can't remember how many. I think whatever it was, when it came here, I got to. In fact, I was up by about $20, but I froze. I didn't know what to do, and I let it go back, and I got out and went back to minus 200 odd. And then started messing up, and I decided, you know what, stop, 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 stop. I mean, look how many contracts I was entering, just not making sense and losing money. And at that point, I just stopped. Then I saw price had opened really strongly, and then I just mistakenly bought three contracts. Wasn't thinking. I got out of I got them of all of them. I mean, I was okay when I got out. I think I made like $10, but got out all of them. Then bought one contract here, and this is where things got a bit interesting. So when I bought this one contract, I'm going to move this away. I decided that since this was the entry, and I'm going to move this, I'm going to turn hide extended hours for this. I said this was the entry. I was aiming for a measured move from here to this breakout. So essentially I measured from here. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah. So measured from here to the breakout. There. So this was, so my target was here. Got in, and this bar was very strong. We had a really strong green bar, and then it came back down, and I think I got out. Yeah, I got out just close to the bottom, and then so I hit this measure, got in, and then it was coming out. Then I got out sort of here. I don't know what it was, but I got out here. And the reason why I got out was I looked at the time I had my stop at the low of day. Then I realized that my stop could really be here, and ideally my stop should actually be a bit lower than that. My stop, where is it now? My stop really ought to be at this pullback. That was what I thought anyway. I was basing on a 5-minute stop. Since we're here, this was the last low or this low, so that was really where I wanted my stop. But I put my stop at the low here, which was yesterday's low. And then decided, this is not really working out. I'm not really trading properly. Then I got in on this candle, and I rode it to this candle. No, I didn't get in on this candle. I think I had, I had 3 contracts. So I got in 3, sold 3. I think I got in with 1 again. Yeah, I got in with 1 here, sold it here. Because of the break of this, I thought, okay, let me just get in with that. And then, this is what happened. I got in with 3 at 408,175, so 481, so around here. I don't know why I got in here in the middle of the bar, and then I sold it at the top somewhere there. Yeah. Then I think I said to myself, what am I doing? Got in on this bar because it closed with a really strong bar. I came back down. I looked at my P&L. I was up a bit, like I think about $80, and came back down. No, it wasn't going to be. No, one contract. Actually, not that this matters, but then I bought one at the break of this, and then and then I sold it here. Then I said to myself, I'm not really enjoying this. I'm making decisions. I'm down. I've looked at my P&L. I really should not be trading this. So I then now bought at the break of this bar. I said, this is actually working out. So I bought at the break of this bar, said this is really my target, and got here. And this is where I just decided I'm not really happy with the way I'm trading. I'm really just going to stop trading for the day. And that was my plan. And that's what happened. I mean, saw this and thought, okay, this is a good short. Now, the great thing about that short is it happened right at a supply region here. So this was a this would have been a good trade, short. And in fact, it's still going short now. And there's a reason why I'm confident taking that short. And a lot of it has to do with, I'm looking at the 2-hour time frame. You have this break. We've had a really tight channel. We've broken above the channel really strongly, pulling back, trading range. So therefore, I think this is the top of the range, which is this area, which makes sense. And we could go sideways for a bit. And I know this. This is the thing. I know this. So taking this short. In fact, I wasn't convinced when this happened. I was like, oh shit, this is going back up. I wasn't convinced this was just right, but taking it short, I'm convinced about it. And looking at this, you have this leg over here, and then you have one leg, one push, second push down. So that's working out quite well. One push, second push, you know. But I guess what has kind of been the issue today is something I am, and in fact, I saw another analysis. I said, okay, take this short with a measured move, because all the measured move targets worked out. So if that was that, this was the target here. So if you took this short, this would have been a good target, at least a 1-to-1. 2-to-1 could have been, another level. But I was just looking at, this wasn't so much a measured move per se. This was just a, I guess you can measure your measured move based on the legs, I guess, and maybe that's why there's a retracement here. But the point is, as I look at this, I'm learning one big thing, which is P&L needs to disappear. It really does. And I need to focus on the process and not focus on the number, on the P&Ls at all. I need to forget about that. And I tried doing that, and I found it really difficult. I found it so difficult. And I realized that the more I kept on thinking about it, the more I kept on wondering, how much am I up by? How much am I potentially losing here? And I realized the more I do that, the more I focus on the wrong things. Because when you think about it, look at where prices ended up. And then taking this short, look at where prices ended up now. So there's this whole notion of really understanding what's going on. I would have wanted to get out here, but not really thinking that this is a wedge pullback. One push, two push, three push. This is just a pullback. And I've completely missed the point on what I'm trying to do. And this I think is what I'm learning today, and why I'm glad I stopped trading. Oh, I saw a wedge over here too, by the way. And why I stopped trading, because I just realized that my focus was completely distorted, and as such, I decided don't trade. I've followed price today, and so far it's been doing really well. I mean, the way that I'm trading at the moment is not trading, but the way I'm looking at price at the moment is pretty good, and I'm hoping to keep trading and getting better at it. I see that now I need to learn how to remove how much I'm up by and how much I'm not. I like trading the MES because the movements are very small, and just the movement from, say, something here to here is 18 points. The MES moves by 1 point equals $5. So if, say, I was indeed putting a stop at the top of the trend line over here, or even the top of this, this is like $2.50, or as it is right now, but potentially could aim to make a lot more. Well, the point being that it's about the process. I want to learn how to trade without having to look at P&Ls, without having to look at how much I'm gaining. I want to be able to say, oh, hey, do you know what? I get in here, my stop is down here. How much is that? 35 times 5. That is 70. That's 70 times 2. That's 140 plus 35. So that's about 175. Okay, that's a huge amount of money, and I guess for that is cool. But I can always cut it when it's coming down, because this is huge. But just seeing price move and focusing again on process and not focusing on not um, focusing on process and not focusing on profit and loss is going to help. So anyway, that being said, I'm gonna think about my strategy one more time and come up with other ideas. For instance, now I know initially I had this as a trend line, and then when it broke, I got out. I would have gotten out, but then look at this, because I was going to go long and then faded that, but that did not work out because that was not the plan. Seeing this broad channel is kind of giving me the idea that sometimes you just need to wait for the right setup to present itself. Even this as is may not even be the right setup. We may not get another long setup, and the only setup that we had was this coming out of the blocks. All right. I'm not going to be able to trade tomorrow because I'm going to be traveling, but I'm going to study more Al Brooks videos and learn a bit more, because right now I'm a bit confused about how I want to be trading. I just need to fine tune that. Okay, so that's my trading day today, and we'll see how it goes on the next one.